were too sweet for me until I stumbled along the river and fell in. The snake's back on his feet, walking down the street. He's coming for you, but baby, I'm coming too. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love.
Hello, everybody. It is December 11th, 2023. That's 12/11/23. I am Drew.
I'm Tara.
This is America's #1 Chicago-based sports and entertainment butthole buffoonery sibling podcast, MELLONfights.
Yeah, it is.
We are MELLONfights. We're back, baby. Our second
We're back
episode
and better than ever.
Back and better than ever. You're already leaning in.
I'm not.
You can push it a little further. You lean forward so much, you'll push it forward.
I'll just do this. I just need to be able to sit
If you want to
back.
lean, you can lean. Just push the mic a little further away.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're in it too much. You're on top
Okay.
of it too much. You're geeking. Probably bothered people. That probably geeked them. You be geeking all day. I can't turn it down. You geek it too hard.
Okay.
We got some things planned today. Tara, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Did you watch a movie this week?
No. We didn't have one planned.
We did. We absolutely did.
No, we didn't.
I can't babysit, but we did. We did. It was The Last
What?
Dragon.
I didn't know if we were going to do that. We didn't
said
say
we
we
were.
were.
We said we were.
No.
We definitely
No.
did. No, we did.
I didn't think we did.
Hmm.
And I didn't get to that part of the podcast. Listen back.
Tara can't even listen to our whole podcast. She has a whole week. She can't even listen to one, so I can't expect you guys to listen to the whole thing. I listened to it twice. Tara, you should be listening to it more than once. I listened to it all the way through when I edited it, and then I listened to it again a day later.
Drew, you should have said something.
I didn't watch it. I just knew you didn't watch it.
Oh my God.
I went to
So
watch
you
it.
didn't do it either.
Listen, I went to watch it, and I saw that it was not free, which is fine.
Oh, okay.
$3. I'm like, if it costs money, Tara would be texting me about it. Like, well, is there anywhere to watch it for free? She'd be not whining about it, but she'd be trying to find a free way to watch it. So I knew she hadn't watched it. And I was like, she's not going to get this in. So, because I was going to watch it late last night.
Well,
I'm like, there's
we'll
no way
watch it
Tara
this
watched.
week.
There's no way Tara watched this because she didn't ask me about it. So,
Would you have shut your pants if I said, yeah?
if you had said you'd watched it, I'd be excited. I'd be excited to hear about this movie through you without me seeing it. That could be fun.
Maybe.
I think maybe that's what it should be. I think maybe you can watch a movie that I have never seen and then try to. I've used to do that with friends.
Convince you to watch it?
That or like explain how I used to call. There was a couple friends where I talked to them and I'd explain a whole movie to them that I thought sucked. Like, this movie sucked, and I just break it down for them, like in a sarcastic manner. But maybe we'll do that. I don't know. The Last Dragon. Sure. I kind of want to see it though. I saw when I pulled it up on YouTube of the trailer popped up. Maybe we should both just watch the trailer and see what we think of the trailer of The Last Dragon. Trin will be disappointed. Actually, I don't know if he listened last week anyway, so I'm sure he will eventually. He likes to get behind and catch up.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I didn't watch it either, but we should definitely watch it. Maybe not this week, but we should pick a week of it coming up and watch it. Maybe we'll watch it together for Christmas time.
Okay.
And then we can watch it with Trin if we want to.
Oh, yeah, because he loves it.
So let's watch. I don't know if he said he loved it. I think he just said it's worth a watch.
Okay.
I don't know that love came out of his mouth.
I think he said it's my most favoriteest movie I've ever seen in life. You guys better get on it and gleam that cube.
Got to gleam that. No, gleaming the cube is Isn't that 69?
It's 69ing.
I don't
So he
think
definitely
he
didn't tell us it's 69.
He
No.
didn't tell us to do that.
But we watched Gleaming the Cube.
We did watch Gleaming the Cube
So
months ago. So Tara, we're on our 86th episode. We got pushed back. Our 100th episode got pushed back. It's going to be like March.
yeah.
And then our anniversary episode's like April. Is that right? I think so. So we're coming up on 2 years and 100 episodes. The new year's coming. We got to do we got to start getting ready for how many episodes do we got left this year?
Oh God. I think only
So we got this week, next
3?
week, the week after.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks from now, we'll have, because Christmas and New Year's are on a Monday this year. So we'll have to figure that out. We're not skipping weeks. So we already skipped 3 in a row. So we're going to have to figure something out.
Well, you know what?
We can definitely do them live.
What we definitely should do is we should go back to last year's and see if we kept any of our resolutions.
Oh, yeah. We didn't. I
I don't
promise.
think we did either.
We did none of it. We haven't manifested shit.
No, and that wasn't even part of our
No, that was
manifesting
later.
wasn't, yeah, and we didn't do that either. I mean, I remember one of mine was to become to really put in effort to be the face, the bod,
Mm-hmm.
the money maker of the pod, and I failed miserably.
That didn't happen.
I gained weight actually.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Quite a bit. So
Lay off the roast.
whoops.
Lay off the roast. So that's 2 weeks away. So we got to start coming up with our year-end resolutions. And
Want to hear what kind of an asshole dad is?
sure.
So I have this thing. It's not a good habit, but every once in a while I'll go to Stella's, and it's a bakery, and they make bread, spicy cheese bread, and they usually sell it on the square during the farmers market.
Yeah.
And that's normally the only time people ever get it. So it's a fun little treat. Well, I am a dumbass, and I went and found that they have a brick and mortar. So every once in a while, I'll go get me a warm, spicy cheese bread and eat it.
Yeah.
Well, I did that a couple weeks ago, and I left it in my car, and I went over to Mom and Dad's to grab something. And Dad went to put something in my car, and he saw my spicy cheese bread, and he's like, I see bread in that seat a lot. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I see it in there a lot. You always got bread sitting in that seat. And he's calling me out for my spicy cheese bread.
You got bread a lot? in your
habit.
seat?
I mean, probably more than I should, but not that much.
You a bread gal? I didn't know that was, of all the things, bread. Yeah, bread's not
Spicy
good if you eat a
cheese
lot.
bread.
Spicy cheese bread.
No, it's like a loaf the size of your head full of cheese.
Oh,
and
cheese
I
is
ju-
oh, wow.
Yeah, and I
it's
just
hot?
eat it, and
You eat
it's
it hot?
warm. Yep. And
You're just housing bread and cheese.
as
Just
I'm driving,
whole loaves
it's
of
like,
bread.
It's like burning my hand, and I'm like, ow! But then it's very dangerous.
Yeah.
It's kind
should
of
be
like an
illegal.
extreme sport.
Everyone talks about
Texting and driving,
texting and driving, eating and driving. Probably worse. Not
not
worse.
good,
But it can be treacherous.
especially if it's hot.
Oh man, if you got like a hot pizza and that I don't know if you've ever done that. That's my version
No.
of the hot bread, like a hot. Sometimes like a not even a good pizza, like a hot. I'm just like out
Hot and
driving
ready.
I got a hot and ready Little Caesars, and it's hot. It's fresh out, and I'm like hot sauce burning my lips and like spilling on my shirt, and I'm driving. Dangerous. I feel like we've talked about this.
We
Remember
might have
Nate
it.
Burleson got hurt and didn't play in a game one time because he said his pizza fell or off the front seat. So I'm thinking he probably was fucking with it, trying to eat it while it was hot
Oh
and
my
burned
God.
himself. He definitely
Yikes.
missed the game. Let me look that up. Hold on.
That is funny.
I think it was
Who is that?
Nate Burleson.
Who's that?
He was Nate Burleson. Oh my God, Tara. Nate Burleson, pizza, car. I wrote Nate Burleson breaks arm in car crash.
Oh no!
He leaned over early Tuesday morning to try to adjust one of the pizza boxes falling off a seat. Lies. He tried to get that hot, steaming,
Hot and ready.
piping hot pizza and hit and hurt himself.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nate.
he was in a car crash doing it on an interstate. He was cruising.
Jesus.
Dang, Nate.
He's lucky he didn't die.
I think that's really what happened. The whole joke was that it probably didn't happen. They're like, oh, maybe he's doing something else. And I'm like, I'm starting to think it was just piping hot pizza.
I think it definitely was piping hot pizza.
And it wasn't that the box was falling. It was that he was like dripping hot cheese everywhere.
Exactly. And he's like, ugh!
Couldn't wait to get that hot za in his face.
That's definitely what happened.
Definitely what happened. Nate Burleson is like Michael Strahan 2.0. You know Nate Burleson. He does he announces games. He did the Nickelodeon game. Now he's on like Good Morning America or something.
Yes, I know him.
So he's like doing that. He's just one of those guys that's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like, why Nate Burleson is the guy that's everywhere? I was never like, this Nate Burleson. He really is. He's got it going on. He's really got points that he's making. He seems like a nice enough guy, but I've never thought he was that charismatic.
Mm-hmm. He's
kind of generic. Actually. He's actually generic, kind of like Michael Strahan. That's why they
love him.
Got big, because they're generic dudes, so they can kind of put him anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like Middle America's finds them to be safe.
Yeah.
Like racist Middle America people. Like, I can handle this black dude. He's pretty quiet and chill and nice. That's what's going on. Let's be honest. That's what's going on.
I think you're right.
I think that's a big part of it. Like, Nate Burleson, yeah, I can hang out. I can relate. He burns himself on a hot pizza driving home on an interstate.
Exactly. I feel like
high life. High life. The thing that gives me life. High life. How's that one?
I liked it. I think that it was probably one of your best.
I'm tired of giving away free ads to these fucks.
I just, once you open that, I'm like, man, I don't have a beverage to bev on, so I'm going to push through.
So I heard this thing that podcasts have all these standard things that'll do
advertising
with them over the years, and they still kind of do that. But then there's other ones that have tried and they dabble in it, but they find that people they're not making they don't think they're making money off of it, so they're kind of slowing down, and there's these podcasts aren't making as much money. There's a big podcast boom where these guys they're paying these podcasts tons of money,
right?
But no one's listening to the ads usually,
right?
And that's because no one's good at it. No one can you imagine if we had an ad and people would listen? They would never skip it because it would be ridiculous. Because it'd be oh cool, we'll be ridiculous and it'll be part of the show.
Yeah,
they always do it as an ad. I'm like, cool, we'll do it, but
it has to be interesting.
It's going to be we'll say the stupidest things we can. You just got to be okay with that.
Yeah, we'll even create our own ads for you. We're doing the work
for
you.
That's my point. It's
you don't even have to
You don't want to read someone else's ad. It's never going to be good. Everyone's going to skip it. They want to see this week, why does Drew like High Life? High Life. Ooh, High Life. I like to pour it on my body and take a nap. High Life. It's life-giving. Champagne of beer is more like champagne of tears.
When I do my manifesting, what I like to do is pour a High Life on me, let it soak in, and that gives me the extra oomph that I need to make all of my dreams come true. Miller High Life.
Miller High Life.
Have yourself a beer.
Miller High Life. Have yourself a beer.
Miller High Life. Manifest your dreams.
I would tell stories about how I used to drink High Life. I remember, I don't know if you were at that party. No, you weren't at this party. Some of your friends were, though, I think. But I started realizing I could chug. It's back when I really started learning to chug.
Sure.
And it was like a High Life. I realized I could chug fast out of a bottle. And a lot of people can't chug out of a bottle that good, but I had a High Life. High Life has the right shape where I could chug it. And I was people were like, cool, you got 10 seconds. Can you do it in 10 seconds? No problem. And then it was can you do, or it was 20 seconds. Can you do, I'm like, yeah, I can do it. And I did it. It was very fast. And it's can you do 2? And all of a sudden I'm chugging 2 in 20 seconds. And then I think I ended up doing 3 in 20 seconds. And I'm like, I can't do it again because I'll die.
Yeah.
Because I had
so many.
It was all within a couple, 10 minutes of it. I had drank 6 High Lifes, chugging them. So I was I can't do anymore. That was a night we got on a sled or a snowboard. I can't remember which one. We were sliding down the stairs to the basement and slamming into the wall.
Where was this at?
Can't remember. Can't remember.
Was it in lacrosse?
It was no, it was in Oregon.
Oh,
It was right by the middle school. I'm trying to think of who lived right there.
Jeff
Someone that lived
Zolke.
right Zolke's house. That's what it
Mhm.
was. It was Zolke's house.
Mm-hmm.
The Zolkster. Tara, what did you prep for the week?
I did my top 3 plus 1986s.
Nice.
I did my Drew's like hot questions. for
Hard-hitting
Drew.
questions.
Hard-hitting questions.
What, have you forget what it's called? I say it every week. Tara's hard-hitting questions. It's actually Tara's hard-hitting questions.
Tara's hard-hitting questions, and then I also, which wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be,
Sports
came
thing?
up with some rules.
Cool.
I only
Cool.
did 2 because I think you said to do 1, but
Yeah, you only needed
I
to do one.
don't like either of them. So
All right. Well, we'll try to fix them in post. I'll help you with them. And then real quick, I mean, we might as well talk about football real quick.
yeah.
Last week we had a lot
yeah.
of fun. There wasn't a lot of negativity. I am going to go off on one thing this week because I can't
Oh boy.
fucking handle it anymore, Tara.
All right.
Maybe I'll wait a week and then really write something down and read it because it's got to be heartfelt because I can't handle it anymore.
Now I don't know what you're can't
No,
handle.
you do. It's all right. You do. But anyway, yeah, football this week. Cowboys can't be stopped. Dallas Cowboys can't be stopped.
Woo.
Whooped ass. But it's the regular season, so I'm not too excited about it.
They
Also
did
beca-
whoop ass.
Also because the Niners look like the Niners again. And look unstoppable and look like and if
know.
the Cowboys have to play them, there's just no fucking way they're beating them. I know the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not beating that Niners team. The best thing that can happen is if the Niners lose to somebody else. Because the Cowboys ain't beating them. That ain't happening. It ain't not happening.
It's not.
It ain't happening. Any big takeaways from of the Sunday? There's still 2 games tonight, but
I didn't watch a lot of football. I'm gonna be real honest. I had my work party. So
Tell us about the work party.
Work party was good, except
What'd you guys do?
So we went to this little place called Blind Shot Social Club, and it had like a little what are they called? I'm drawing a blank. Simulator. I didn't do that.
Sex simulator?
Sex simulator. And mom
That's
and dad
pretty
were
cool.
there, so I was kind of like,
Not that into
I
it
don't
'cause
know
mom and
about
dad were
that.
there?
Yeah.
Oh, but dad was invited?
Dad was invited.
Because you could bring
because
significant others?
You could bring a guest.
It wasn't just because dad basically works there.
Well, he did get a shout out for working there
that's nice of
as
him.
well. But no, it was a golf simulator, and it was just not my thing. So we
Yeah,
just
that's
had
not that cool.
we just had some bites to eat and some chats, and then afterwards, a bunch of us went to the Muskie Lounge and had some cocktails, played some shuffleboard, played some foosball. So that was a lot of fun. But the thing about it is, I didn't have anything to wear. I feel like none of my clothes look good. So mom and I went
Could you
shopping.
say maybe lay off the cheese bread?
I know. Dad's onto something. He's not wrong, but also, and mom and I went to this place and we tried some stuff on, and there was this really cute outfit, and I tried it on. It was a zipper, and I was like, Mom, don't even try to zip this up. My back is way too manly. It's not going to fit. And she goes, can I try it on? And I'm like, yeah, you can. And it's going to look awesome. She did. She looked awesome. She's 65 and is way hotter than I'll ever be. And I'm just like, God. But then I tried this other dress on. It was kind of like this leathery thing. And oh my God, it's so cute. Mom's like, it's so cute. You have to get it. Got it. Put it on yesterday. Was like, what the fuck were we thinking?
You saw it?
Yeah, it looked like I was wearing a fucking trash bag. It had 2 big trash bags on the shoulders that like would fit in.
Put it
on.
on.
No.
I gotta see it. What do you know? We're just gonna see what do you mean? No.
Okay, I will in a second.
How long will it take?
2 seconds, because I have a sports bra and I'm not changing, but it'll be fine. And then the whole rest of it looked like a leaf bag, like a big black leaf bag. And I'm like, what
I gotta see this thing.
And I didn't have time to change. Mom and Dad were coming, and I'm like,
well, how did you guys misread it so bad at the place?
I don't know, Drew. It was bad, but people were saying
it
they liked
zipped,
it, but
and you're
I
like,
think
it looked good. Did you wear it out? Did you wear it?
Yeah, I literally wore
you
it.
Wore it?
because I'm like, I don't have time to change. I have nothing else to wear, so I'm just going with this.
I gotta see this thing.
Okay, I'll go change really fast. Vamp.
You guys. No. Go back. Go back. Get over. Do a little spin. Do a little groovy dance. Give us a little jig. It's like, yeah, it's bad. Tara, that's bad. You can't hear me, but it's very bad. All right, come back. Come sit down. Shit. That's funny. You wore that out.
This is it.
Tara, you wore that out.
I
like
literally
a thing.
for all day.
All day. How did you not get hot in it?
Multiple locations.
Did you get hot in it? You golfed in that?
No, I didn't golf.
You didn't do the simulator
No.
because of that dress?
No.
That's a tough dress.
I
It
don't.
looks like you're in, I don't even know what it looks like. It just looks like you're like in the, yeah, a little bit like Missy Elliott. You look a little like Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott.
that-
The trash bag that blew up.
Music video she had. That's what you look
Mom
like.
lied to my fucking face, said it was cute,
It ain't.
and then laughed.
It ain't cute.
The
and
way
it-
she
it's
does.
a little, like it's bad and it's really bad and like the front's bad, but the back is worse. Like the back is like it hugs you wrong.
Well, I
It
don't
ain't
have
right.
any shapewear
Right.
on underneath it, but
It ain't the way to go though. It ain't the move.
I mean, look at these fucking shoulders.
You got, who said that? Who was gonna wear that and look cool? You
It
gotta
was
be like,
$16. No wonder it was $16.
it was $16.
It
This
was
shirt, I
on
think,
sale for
was more than
$16.
I think you should wear it the rest of the fit, the rest of the outfit, the rest of the show.
No,
Why not?
the puffiest sleeves that ever existed.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, if for like going on the world, no podcasting, hell yeah, you look like you got a look. It's like a thing. People are like, dang, who's this?
All right, well, I'll keep wearing it. So bad. I gotta turn off my heater quick. Sorry.
Why? I don't hear it. She's going. She's got to go turn off her heater. The other thing I'm going to talk about, we're going to talk about sports-wise, and then we'll move on. In-season tournament happened. When Tara gets back, we're going to talk about the in-season tournament, if anybody watched it. All right. Come on. She's dancing on the screen. She's really, it's quite a fit. It looks like the Matrix meets like, Wizard of Oz or something like that. It's an odd look.
Oh boy. Well, I
$16
wore it last
worth
night.
it for
16.
worth it for just me to get a good giggle out of it.
Oh boy.
So we'll talk one more sports thing quick. It's the in-season tournament ended. The Lakers are the champions. The LA Lakers are the champs. Could that have been any more obvious?
Nope.
How badly did the NBA want that to happen?
So bad.
I mean, come on. That was, I mean, that Pacer team is not that good. I've never heard a team that's basically 500 get jerked off so hard in my life. They're like 11 and 8, and people are like, "Oh my god, this team's so good." I'm like, "Oh my, yeah, they won a couple games against good teams, yes."
And
but
again,
it's also teams
like
that aren't
single elimination.
Single elimination, and it's teams that are against teams that care about so much more. I actually thought it was good that the Bucks lost before it even happened. I was like, man, I don't really want the Bucks to play again on Saturday if they win this, and then Monday again, and then Wednesday again, and then they have another day off, and then a double header back to back, and it's like, oh my god,
because it doesn't count towards
the final doesn't count towards anything.
Yeah,
the first 3 games all counted.
Okay,
all did because they all the in-season ones count, like all the round robin counted, then the first 2 counted, and the other NBA teams made up those games those days. Like the off days, they were playing games.
Sure.
Everyone that didn't make it had 2 new games to play, which didn't work out great for the Bucks because they had to play 2 good teams. But whatever. If they would have won it, it would have been cool. LeBron won it. It's that's kind of cool, I guess, that they won it. It's the Lakers and LeBron kind of was like, oh great.
Yeah.
It's not really. And then, but the jack off city for the Pacers was like, oh my god, relax. These games really do mean nothing. They're not the in the playoffs. If the Bucks had to play them best of 7, I wouldn't be afraid at all.
No.
They shot so bad that game, the Bucks. But a big takeaway from it is LeBron is he wanted it almost too much. He wanted that so bad.
I know.
I'm like, bro.
It is crazy though, because
it's crazy that they won it.
Yeah.
Because he is an old man.
Mm-hmm.
And he carried him there, and then AD.
He did.
They had
an amazing game.
I knew they were going to be smart enough, because I thought the Bucks would do this, is just give the ball to Brooke and Giannis, and they never would have been able to stop him because they had no size. And that's all the Lakers did, was feed Anthony Davis the ball, and it was amazing, and it was perfect, and they crushed him. I mean, they didn't.
Yep.
I mean, it was close most of the game, but they basically at the end crushed him because they couldn't hang with him anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm Pacers. They're going to be somewhere in that play-in range, maybe the 6th seed. So I'm not really
definitely unless they do some mixing and a mingling and you get some other people, because right now they just don't have enough power.
Listen, they were hot. They were the hottest team at the moment.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised.
Halliburton is everyone's favorite player.
He's the best. He's the best. He's Michael Jackson. He's Magic Johnson right now in people's brains. That's how good he's playing. Listen, he's playing great, and he's good. But
he's from Wisconsin.
I know. Oshkosh.
Crazy.
Didn't go to Wisconsin. Didn't care about Bucks.
He doesn't care about the Bucks?
No, he wasn't a Bucks fan growing up.
Oh, weird. He wasn't. He was not. Why can't I think of the word, Drew? He was not scouted by Wisconsin. They didn't want him.
Probably is like. He used to not. He wasn't that good originally. He got much better.
Right.
He looks like a guy that.
Andy was a one and done, and that's just not Wisconsin's thing.
No, he's a good ball player. I can't lie. I like the way he plays ball.
Yeah.
But
he's good.
I just don't. I don't know that it'll ever be more than what it is right now. It could be. I mean, something, but his shot isn't that. The second that they started going out on him and really trying to defend that shot, he couldn't make it because it's too straightforward. He couldn't shoot it naturally. But the in-season tournament, it was fun. I think they should play the more 3-pointers. People commenting on it is so funny, guys.
I love it so much.
If no one looks at our comments, there's so many dudes like, oh, this is the worst take ever.
Worst hot take ever.
You don't know ball because
you don't
big
know
man big men won the last 3 MVPs. It's actually the last 5 MVPs were big men because between the 3 of them, they've won 5 in a row. But it still doesn't. That's the reason they're winning, because they're the outliers. They're that good.
Yeah.
We definitely know ball, and you guys don't know ball because
they're
like, that's so boring. And someone made a great point. Like, can you imagine guys trying to dunk on people for 3 points because they want 3 points, so they're running and trying to dunk on them instead of settling for a layup? Because a layup would not be a dunk, baby.
Trying to get posters.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. It would be so fun.
So fun.
These idiots have no vision. People don't have any vision. Like, this is what I know. So it's you guys are dumb.
Yeah, and it's like. Not that cool.
I don't want to watch guys shoot 43s.
I've made a half court shot before. I've never dunked. I'm just saying it.
That's exactly. 3-pointers aren't impressive. I'm with you. 3-pointers just aren't impressive. I was good at shooting 3-pointers. I was nicknamed the zone breaker when I was in 8th grade. I was, Tara. Do you recall this? They called me ZB.
No.
Because they'd bring me in. I'd hit 2, 3, 4 threes in a row. Happened multiple times.
Never knew it.
I did it in a play. I did it in a championship game. It wasn't champion. It was the consolation championship, but so it was for 3rd place.
All right, ZB. That's.
But I was ZB because I could hit a 3. You know, I could hit a dang 3.
Yeah.
It's about the only thing I can do. That's the point. Is 3s aren't difficult. They're clearly because everyone hits them now.
Yeah.
Dunks are harder. Give them more points.
Exactly.
But really, let's just get rid of the 3. There's just no reason for there to be extra points for it because it's not a challenge anymore. The point was it was a challenge. That's why they're getting those points. It's not really a challenge. The amount of open 3s guys get. People get far more wide open 3s than anything else.
Yeah.
It's not a hard shot to get.
Like Steph Curry's 3s are different because he like freaking gets open for those where like he's going off picks and just shoots it so quick and fast. So his are interesting, but other people.
But like a corner three, stop it.
Yeah, it's like
why? Why is that more impressive? Than
easiest shot. They
we're
say
done.
that's like
That's
the
too much
easiest
three.
shot.
Well, anyway, the whole point is we're moving on to our next thing. Where Tara, we're gonna try to.
I got one more thing.
What?
Sports wise,
We'll come back. We don't need any more.
Okay.
What is it? What is it? I'll tell you if we're talking.
Shohei Ohtani.
Oh God, that's world. Yeah, Shohei Ohtani was paid $700 million for 10 years of baseball.
Which is insane.
It's absurdly stupid.
It's absurd. Drew, I'm so confused about this because baseball players make a ton of money, but like baseball is kind of like a dying sport. People aren't super interested in it. So I'm just like, how come they make so much money?
Well, they do. I mean, it's still on TV and they still get rights for it. And then there's also so many games that they make so much money in stadium.
Yeah.
They make a ton of money for tickets, sales, and concessions at baseball games. Baseball makes more money there than any other sport because they have so many games. And they get filled up. Because what they'll do is they'll sell fairly cheap tickets even, but then people buy a bunch of beers.
It just seems so insane to me to
nuts.
pay one person that much, especially since it's not like, Patrick Mahomes, who really can be a game changer. He can change an entire team. Baseball's so different. It's not like that.
Yeah,
you can have the best players, but if you don't have pitching then, and he can't pitch at least until 2025, I think.
Sure.
So, and who knows how that's going to be? It's like, what the hell is that? It's crazy. It's crazy.
I mean, he was just the MVP, and the team didn't even make the playoffs. So how much does he make a difference?
Right.
I mean, they think they'll make up the money probably in sales and stuff like that because of his who he is and his where he's from. Just that alone, the LA Dodgers, LA is a big there's a big Asian community in LA, and I think that they think they'll just make the money back no matter what. But there's no reason. My argument, I don't care if he gets paid that much.
No.
I do though. I care a lot, but let me get there. I don't care if he gets paid that much in accordance to everybody else because they're all making a ton of money, but he shouldn't be making that much. Because they shouldn't be getting paid that not that I think the billionaire that owns it should keep it. Fuck that person. Fuck them both. They shouldn't be. Nothing should cost that much money where they have that much money to pay the guy.
Right.
Bring ticket sales down.
Yeah.
Bring the cost of concessions down. Then you don't have to pay those guys that much money.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that high. That guy doesn't need $700 million. Meaning a beer doesn't have to cost $10 and cost $7. What are we talking about? Bring the cost of things down, then he makes a little less money, and then it's the opposite. Inflation's dumb. It's so stupid, and it only happens because people get greedy, so they got to raise the price of everything else, and the people at the bottom get so much further away. It's so fucking stupid. The people can't see that are so fucking clueless that that's what's happening. There's no reason to charge that much money for tickets, for beers. So you can pay that guy $700 million. That guy doesn't need $700 million.
Right?
He's a loser for taking it.
And one of the reasons people probably aren't going to the games as much because they don't is because
baseball would be so much more popular
expensive
if it wasn't so expensive to go and pay that. I mean, the thing is you can get a cheap ticket for a baseball game, but then it's you can't go that off. I'd go to so many games if it was super going to a movie.
Yeah.
Movies are expensive too, though. I'm lying. Too expensive.
This world is only fun for people with money.
Yeah, I mean, you got to choose what you can do for fun. All right, you took me to a place I didn't want to go. We got now. This is then I wanted to be a more fun. I just wanted to have the one Tyreek thing and then just have fun.
Well, you didn't have to get all negative. You could have just
Why bring it up? Why bring it up? Why bring it up?
Because it's crazy. We're a sports and entertainment podcast. It's the big news of the weekend is Shohei.
No.
So it's okay I brought it up. You just need to learn how to cool your tits and have more fun.
That doesn't need a cooling of tits. That's too much money.
Why?
Why is that too much money?
No, not why is it too much money. I don't know why I said why.
I don't either. What the fuck are you talking about? Give me the.
I just said cool your tits, by the way. That's about as bad as.
He said cool my tits?
Yeah.
People are listening to this
That's just as bad as last week.
Move on to your thing. Oh, I know. Move
saying
on.
it's the tits.
I know. We all got it when you said it.
No, some people didn't listen to last week's.
People that listen to this week's definitely listen to last week's.
Well,
What are you
maybe
talking
they didn't
about?
make it all the way through. That
I
was
guess
the
they
very
might not.
end
That's
of it,
probably
and it was
true.
like 2 hours of us just.
It wasn't
saying
2 hours. It was like an hour and 28.
Okay.
Relax.
You relax.
2
All right.
hours.
Okay, so I hate both of my ideas. It was hard.
Just pick one.
Okay. So this could be for any sport.
I don't know if I like that. Is the other one for a specific sport?
Yeah.
Do that one.
But I don't like it.
Do
as
that
much.
one.
Okay. So, in the big green when the goalie is like the Vikings, and then all of a sudden it's like scary Vikings coming at him.
Whatever team they're playing,
Yeah.
he visualizes. He has like basically.
He has fear.
Yeah, but he sees it. It's called. He has like a. What's the word?
Vision.
Sure, we'll say vision. It's not what I meant, but that's basically it. He has a vision of that. Whatever they are, that's what he sees running at him. Ninjas, Vikings.
I think there are some that were on
Knights.
motorcycles.
Knights, motorcycles, probably, but I don't know what they would be on motorcycles though.
I don't either. Madmen.
I don't think you're right.
So my thought for soccer, because it's really boring, is they have to, on certain games, they have to dress up as like, or just like act as what their names are. Kind of like
that's
the
not
big
good. What's the
green.
other one? That's bad. That's terrible. First of all, you just can't say that soccer's boring because millions and bazillions of people think it's great.
But for us non-soccer fans, that could be kind of fun, just watching people being wild maniacs on the field.
Sure. No, I don't like it. That's the other one.
The other one is for any sport, and it's someone who played the sport in either a movie or a show. They have to play with the team, like for a substantial
Wait, what?
amount of minutes. So, like, example, if like I'm trying to think of a
You didn't have one. You didn't have one
in a chamber.
You didn't have one in the chamber.
No.
What the fuck?
So Zac Efron, he played basketball in 17 again. So he would have to play basketball.
And High School Musical. What are we talking
and High
about?
School Musical. So he would have to play a game of basketball with substantial minutes for a team.
Would have to? What do you mean would have to? I'm confused by this one too. This one makes even less sense. What are you talking about?
The fans would vote. They'd be like, okay, we're the Bucks fans, and we vote that Zac Efron plays with the Bucks or the team against the Bucks for a substantial amount of time for one game.
I don't know about this.
I told you.
I don't know what you're thinking. I'm trying to fix it. Like, see how I can make that work. Like, what are we talking about? Why would we do that? I don't want the game to suck. That's not fun. That's not, what? To vote? What do you mean vote? So there's Zac Efron so it's a basketball, and you got Zac Efron or Air Bud, and then you got fucking the twins that play basketball on Disney Channel. Or you got Kevin Bacon playing hoops from
the air up there.
The air up there? What are we talking about?
Yeah.
That's not good. That's terrible.
I told you, Drew. I
think you're up. So we got to go back. Your first idea was better if like the names were literal. So what we're going to do is we'll do it for soccer so you can be less bored in watching soccer. I also do not like soccer. Not just Tara. I'm not a soccer fan, but
it could be football too if we wanted.
It'd be great. If the Eagles and Cowboys game last night and Dak Prescott was out there rocking a fucking cowboy hat and Spurs, and the Eagles had like wings and they're like fucking running around like, God, that could be fun.
Yeah.
For like,
it's not an every time thing. It's maybe like rivalry week, kind of
once a year.
Yeah.
There's a rival and you have to play them. You almost have to fashion it where it's football safe, though. Maybe
Yeah.
football wouldn't work that well.
So, like, you could, for the helmets, you could put, like, a mini little hat on it.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like a mini little
Like a
cowboy
little, like
hat on
almost
the
like a bird.
side.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then,
And the pants would look like chaps.
yep, they would look like
Yep.
chaps, maybe assless chaps for funniness and
Sure.
like fake butt
Maybe.
cheeks.
Fast. Maybe. Probably not. And then eagles would have like feather, like almost like fringe feathers.
Yes.
And like a little beak on the
they'd
front.
have a beak on theirs.
And then they almost look like talon socks. You've seen that
Mm-hmm.
where it looks like they're running around on talons.
Yeah.
I like that. Kind of. Not really though. It's not great. Neither of them are great.
I told you they weren't. I couldn't. I was seriously just like racking my brains. And I'm like, man, I have no clue. Because the two you gave were so like kind of fun.
What two?
That you gave last week.
I don't remember them.
You said something like the mascot has to play.
But I also said I actually said come up with something maybe that would be realistic and actually work. None of those are that realistic or work. And I said you could have a fun one too. You didn't come up with any real ones. Did you come up with one?
Did you? We were both supposed to come up with them.
Yeah, I did. I thought for
you are making
no.
shit up right
I gotta
now.
get it for football. So for football, right? You would at the beginning. It's not really a gameplay thing. It's more of like a almost like more of a like drafty. It's more of like a personnel thing. But basically, at the beginning of the year, each football team there'd be like a pre-draft draft. But basically, you could pick a college player. I guess it's not a pre-draft, but basically, you would pick a college player, right? And you would get their stats for the year. You know what I mean? Like each week, their stats will get added up. Hold up, let me finish. She's making faces you ain't even heard it. So you get the stats. So like say you you would pick like a running back for the year, and he ended up being the top running back in touchdowns. At the end of the year, if you needed like a tiebreaker, it's not thought out.
I think you're coming up with it right now. You lied, and then you're trying really hard to figure. No, it was.
Out. I thought about a bunch of them, and I couldn't find any that I loved, and that was one I thought I had kind of worked out. But as I started saying it didn't make any sense. It basically just sounded like fantasy football.
Yeah, and
in like a really bad way. The only thing I thought for real could happen is that they just in baseball on like Sundays, we'll do again because there's always baseball on Sundays. Give the guys a day off. I'm talking about the umpires and just go full electronic umpiring on Sundays. Huh? What do you mean? Tara, umpires are so bad at their fucking jobs. Why not just have something that completely gets not for everything, just for pitching, just for the strike zone. I don't want it electric out on the bases and stuff. But I think for pitching, get it just one day a week, Sundays. Give umps the day off for God. You know what I'm saying?
I think on Sundays for baseball, what they should do is they should, instead of playing with a baseball, they should play with a wiffle ball.
Oh, wow.
And
that's fun. I like that.
Bring in their families
to play.
Yeah.
No. Don't stick with the wiffle. Make it a wiffle
play with
ball.
A wiffle ball
or a tennis ball.
It's like a wiffle ball game.
A wiffle ball game.
Because those are, one, hard to throw. Two, hard to hit. Unless you have the right bat. You want to have those big bats.
You'd have the wiffle ball like the little kid bats?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Because there is like wiffle ball leagues where it's nuts. Where they're like whipping it. And it's like,
it should just be a
it's
wiffle
a thin
ball
bat.
game.
I mean, it shouldn't be like a wiffle ball. It should be like the big red bat with whatever ball that comes with. It's not even like a wiffle ball. It's like that.
It's kind of like a
It's like
Plastic.
just a thick plastic ball, and you
Yeah.
play it, and it's like a smaller field. Oh, that'd be fun. Maybe not every year. How about this, Tara? They do that. You know how they have like the Winter Classic in hockey every year? I think baseball should have that where it's like where one time a year all the teams play one game and it counts. Fucking counts. And it's the big red bat and you can put all these fun rules in if you want, but that's how it goes for one game a year. Like the Winter Classic and hockey would be, I guess we'll call it the Wiffle Ball Class. It will be Wiffle Ball. Wiffle Ball Classic in baseball. I like that a lot, actually. One time a year. Because it's going back to the basics, like lake hockey, like what you do is like people did as a kid back in the day. So I think bring that to the baseball, and the only way to really do that would be wiffle ball. I guess a T-ball could be a way to do it as well. I don't like the idea of that. I like it more to be a wiffle ball.
Yeah.
I think that could be a lot of fun, actually.
No gloves.
Yeah, definitely. Who wears gloves playing wiffle ball? No gloves. Definitely not gloves.
Just in case.
Other baseball one I did think about, and you mentioned the family one made me think of it, and it would be one game a year where each player picks a family member to play for them.
Ooh.
Like it's only you have to pick someone in your family. Can't be someone that has played Major League Baseball. That's cheating. Or currently plays. Maybe that currently plays, because if he's an old man, it could be fun. But someone in your family has to play for you in that game. And that's all just family members.
Oh, I just thought of another one.
Oh, wow.
Instead of, like, it's baseball still. What you do is you have slip and slides. So if you slide, you are slip and sliding into the base.
Almost make it like a Wild and Crazy Kids baseball.
Yeah, like a Wild and Crazy Kids baseball.
It's in the grass. It's like in a big grass field. And
yeah.
I like that. People are going to get hurt, though. Players are going to get hurt, probably.
It's for the love of the game.
It is for the love of the game. And it counts. Also,
It
this
does
counts
count.
as well.
This all counts.
I don't think the wiffle ball one is that far off of a good idea.
Or they could do it as like the what do they call it, where the home run derby is and stuff? All-Star game. For the All-Star game, no one cares about that. Let's just play some wiffle ball.
They kind of do. They do a softball game.
Let's do the sliding into home.
They do a softball game. No, I think they'll get hurt. I think the wiffle ball is the way to go.
Basketball has trampolines that only people 5'8" and under can use. So maybe some shorter people start playing basketball because they have that trampoline that they can utilize.
Short people play basketball.
I know, but like there's more that might be able to make it because they might be a wizard on the trampoline. They might be a wizard on the trampoline. You never know.
There's leagues. There's slam ball. And now there's these things where the whole court like bounces. You seen this?
I'm just talking trampolines.
Not working for dangerous and no, I don't like that one. Basketball's tough. I think they already did the in-season tournament. We already fixed basketball. What are you talking about? 3-pointers or dunks now?
Yeah.
NFL. That's maybe we should do is like
NFL.
Get rid of like what do we hate about NFL? The no onside kick thing is bullshit.
That's stupid. It should be.
And there's no kick returns anymore either.
No.
So we got to come up with something else for that. What about at the end of the game? If there's a tie after this, I got it. At the end of the game, if there's a tie after overtime, right? So can't end in a tie.
Sure.
Each team picks one guy. And
they do breakthrough and conquer?
No, they just do a full on foot race for end zone to end zone. And the guy it can't be just a specialist for that. It has to be a guy that plays.
Yeah.
I don't know, at least 50% of the snaps.
Okay.
It has to be a guy that's like one of your guys.
And has been tired because he's
been playing the whole game. Yep. And there's just a foot race. A guy like Tyreek Hill's going to win that a lot, but
DK Metcalf might.
Other guys might. Something like that. I like that. Or at the end of the game.
Yeah. We got different ways that you can never
Tara,
tie.
I figured it out. Maybe we make football a little bit more like soccer, penalty kicks at the end of the game. Each team has to pick 5 guys that aren't their kicker.
Ooh.
And they all got to kick. And it starts, someone does a a field goal from the 5, the 10, the 15, maybe the 10, the 20, the 30, the 40, something like that. And they do it like penalty kicks, and each team
whoever
gets
scores
5.
the most points.
And whoever makes the most of those, and each one is, and whoever makes the most of them wins. Or they could be all from the same spot.
Yeah.
But 5 guys from each team go and kick field goals. It's penalty kicks at the end. Just but it can't be the kickers. No punter, no kicker, just guys that are, again, they have to have been playing the whole game.
And you have one timeout, so you can ice one of them if you want.
Love it.
So
I think this one's actually very good.
I like it.
So no more overtime.
No more. Well,
no more ties. I'm sorry.
Yes.
There's still an overtime.
Yes.
But it goes to penalty kicks, and each team picks 5 guys that aren't kickers and have been playing at least 50% of the snaps.
Yep.
And they got to take turns every other kicking field goals. That's a great way to end it, because everyone talks about how the kicker, like that, everyone wants to shit on kickers. Now we got position players kicking.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy.
Love it. That's it.
That's it.
We solved one today.
We fixed
all
football.
The rest were dog shit, and we found it there at the end.
We found it. You just have to work through it. You just have to talk it through, and you'll
only
find
took us
it.
15 minutes to find it.
Yeah, and it was entertaining. So,
for some. All right, let's move on to our 1996 list. All right, guys, we're gonna keep doing this. It's fun. Neither of us were born in 1996. I'm trying to think of someone I know born in 1996. Tara, who's born in 1996 that we know?
Sarah.
Boom, Sarah. Happy birthday, Sarah. I don't know why I said that. It's not your birthday. So 1996. This is episode 96. I'm sorry, not 96. I'm sorry, 1986.
86.
Was I saying 96 that whole time?
You were.
Correct me. 1986. This is our 1986 list.
I just realized it.
What's up?
That you said 96 when you said it.
All right. Tara.
This was a hard one for me. There's a lot of good stuff.
There was good stuff, but I think I got the right list. I have 11 things written down. I gotta get down to 5 in the midst of this, but
I know. I just, because this is the first time I haven't written down the order, and I'm like, shit, I should have, because now I'm like, ugh.
What's your number 5 1986 thing?
Amanda Bynes.
Amanda
I fucking
Bynes.
love her. Her movies. She's so good, and it makes me so sad that she struggles, but she is my number 5 treasure from
I knew you were
1986.
going to pick Amanda Bynes.
I love her.
That could be fun, Tara. Maybe next week we'll try this. Make your own list, but also predict the 5 things you think I'm going to say. Because I knew for a fact you were going to pick Amanda Bynes.
I like that.
So I knew Amanda Bynes was going to be on your list. We get bonus points if we get the other person's guesses right.
Okay.
But I knew you would say Amanda Bynes, so I get a point.
Okay.
I get a point for something. I don't know what.
Okay.
We don't really score our lists.
No.
But Amanda Bynes is a good one. Amanda Bynes is a good one. I'll just go with the same. I'll go in the same realm. Someone also born in 1986, and she's not really. It's a lady, and it's Alexandra Daddario. You know who she is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think she's a fancy looking lady, and and I like her and stuff. Sometimes I think she's a bad actress, but sometimes I think she's really good and stuff.
I feel like she's a bad actress. I was surprised with that one.
And I'm not.
I am.
I follow her on Instagram.
Oh, look at you.
I think she's a weirdo.
Look at you. Maybe you know more of her personality then, because I don't. I just know her movies, and I don't think she's a very good actress. She's interesting looking. She's pretty. What are you looking at?
What is this? Hold on. This popped up when I went to look up Alexandra. Is it Alexandra? What is it? Alexandria Daddario?
Alexandria?
Alexandra Daddario. I said it right the first time. Alexandra Daddario. Anyway, I always thought she was younger, and then I realized she was actually our age.
Mm-hmm. I thought she was a little bit younger too.
Because she always looked kind of a little bit younger, but she's our age. No, I just popped this thing up on ESPN. It says Ohtani to defer $680 million in Dodgers deal. Shohei Ohtani 10-year contract with the Dodgers will see him defer $68 million of his $70 million salary, sources say. What does that mean?
He's gonna let him push it down the road so they can use it to get better people. So he's not gonna get paid for
Yeah, I'm going to see what this means really quick. Hold on. Structure, however, deferring more than 90% of his earnings, the deferred money totaling $680 million will be paid to Otani between 2034 and 2043.
That's wild.
So he's like, I want to win. I don't need all
Yeah.
this money now.
Right.
Super smart. He's basically doing the Bobby Bonilla, but for a lot more money.
Yeah.
It's going to be we're going to have Shohei Otani Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he doesn't start collecting that for like a decade. Like he
10
already
years.
made a bunch of money already.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, do I really need more than $2 million a year for the next 10 years? Not really.
He wants to win.
He wants to win. I love it. Otherwise, I don't think they would be able to pull that. I was wondering how they're going to pull that off. Anyway, what's your number 4 1986 thing, Tara? Number 4 1986.
My number 4 1986 is Slippery When Wet, Bon Jovi's album.
Slippery When Wet, Bon Jovi.
Love him.
Love it.
Love the album.
Technically on my list, but
So
I'm gonna,
good.
I'll just join in now. I'll call it my number 4, and it's "You Give Love a Bad Name." That's actually my favorite
name.
Slippery from Wet tune.
Slippery When Wet.
Is what I say?
Slippery from.
Oh, I don't know. I say that. Slippery When Wet. Slippery from Wet is good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little slippery from wet. If you know what I'm saying.
Wet.
I'm a little slippery from wet.
I'm a little slippery.
What was that noise before that? No, not good. I hate that.
Okay.
Don't do that. Slippery from wet. That girl, she a little slippery from wet.
She's a little slippery from wet.
That sounds like
Oh my
she a
God.
little slippery from wet.
She's a little slippery from wet.
That girl over there, she got a little slippery from wet. You know what I'm saying?
If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying.
A little slippery from wet. And You Give Love a Bad Name is my number 4 from that album. I mean, I was going to say both of them together, but I'm just going to say, I'll add Slippery from Wet. I'll add You Give Love a Bad Name to Slippery from Wet.
Oh,
Slippery
from
When Wet does not, there's a sexy album cover of Slippery from Wet, of Slippery When Wet, where it's like not the version that
We all know and love.
Yeah, it had like a girl looking wet.
Slippery from wet.
Like she was wearing it was just like chest area. It looked good. Trina had a poster like that. I don't know if it was a Slippery When Wet poster or it was just a random, but it was like the same, and the Slippery When Wet album cover, that's the lady chest. It's like a yellow swimsuit, and he had something like that hanging up in his bedroom when we lived at the schoolhouse. And I was when I was a kid, and it was like it's a little nipply, I feel like. So I think it was a different one because I don't think there's any nipple showage on Slippery When Wet cover. But Trina, if you're hearing this, do you remember this poster of this like chesty?
I don't remember it.
Wet bikini. I want to say the nips showed through the swimsuit a little bit. I was like, whoa.
Oh, there, baby Drew, freaking
Tara,
out.
Do you remember this moment? I was a boy, and Nick gave me a Playboy. I think Nick gave it to me.
Don't remember.
And I had
I said, nope, don't remember it.
no, this part. I was bold boy. I was pretty young. I was like, I don't know, probably 12 or 13. I took the centerfold out and I hung it on the back of my door. Do you remember this now? And I hung it on the back of the door, and we were playing like some game, like hide and seek. And I basically had stuff hanging over it, so you couldn't really see it. And my parents
like
never
your
came
robe?
in. My parents never came in. Yeah, my robe. My parents never came in and I did have a robe. We had robes.
A blue robe.
I wish I still had it. No, mine was black. Dad's was blue.
Oh.
I would, but you never think my parents wouldn't come in and close the door and look at the back of it ever, really.
Right.
So I had it hanging up. We were playing something. You ran in there and like hid behind the door. You closed the door and like hid behind it, and you discovered it. And I was like, oh, and I freaked out. And I don't even know what you thought. Like, you're like, oh my God. Do you remember this at all?
No.
And I'm like, don't say anything. And I tore it up. I tore into shreds. I kept all those pieces for a long time too, because I could still kind of lay it out.
Still kind of see. I still utilized it. Don't you?
I don't remember. I believe it was Shannon. Do you remember Shannon Tweed at all? The Tweed. Shannon Tweed was like B actress, D actress, and then her sister, and they did Playboy together. And it was that. I don't think it was her, but I think it was like what am I saying? That issue. You don't remember this?
Not even.
We were young. We were young.
Yeah.
It stuck out in my mind because I was like, oh my God.
You're like, oh my God, don't tell Mom, I'm going to rip it up.
Yeah, and I ripped it up. Ripped it up.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But
So,
you kept it, laid it out.
I kept it for a while. And I was like, oh, I can see the boob.
There's a boob. There's
Look
a
at
nip.
that boob. What's your number 3 1986 thing?
My number 3, 1986 is Kudos.
I think I saw that Kudos came out in 87.
No, 86.
That's what I saw. Kudos released. I saw 87. Let me see.
I saw 86.
Kudos brand.
1986.
I saw 86. I would have had Kudos on there. I remember I told someone I loved Kudos when a kid. They're like, Kudos? Like,
Kudos
you know
were the
what
best.
Kudos
Like
are?
the chocolate covered Kudos.
They were so much better than like the dipped granola bar.
Yeah.
Granola bar. They were just, I mean, they are granola bars, but
But they were
like
Kudos.
what is it? General Mills or whatever? That's the one. What's the one that is like the standard one?
Sunbelt
Okay.
or something
No,
like
no,
that?
no. The Sunbelts are good.
Oh.
Like the honey,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
oats
Those
and
are
honey,
good.
soft oats and honey ones. Damn, those were awesome. You can still get those, I think, at like
Bills.
Menards.
R.I.P.
I get shit like that at Menards all the time.
I love it.
I love Menards. Menards has the best snacks.
I always tell people
Childhood
about your
snacks.
Menards loves.
Love it. So Kudos. Finish your Kudos
Kudos.
talk. Is there anything
They
else you
were
have to say
the
about 'em?
best. Like, we were such chunky ass kids that we would just eat
We need a whole
so
box.
many
I'd house a
Kudos.
box.
Mom and
I would.
Dad
I
had-
would throw. I'd hide the wrappers.
If there was one thing the Melons had, it was snacks. We had the best snacks ever.
We did okay
And-
snacks. I had friends that had more snacks, but they just
Really?
didn't trust. Yeah,
Eat
yeah.
'em like we did?
Martinelli had like a whole pantry full of snacks. I'd go over there and I'd pound snacks.
We
Pound
couldn't
them.
have. We probably would have too, except we ate them instantly.
Yeah. Kudos bars were awesome.
Kudos. And then they made the ones with the little M&Ms in them, which were
Yeah, those
good.
weren't as good. I didn't like those as much.
There were some peanut butter ones.
I liked those. Those were good.
Those were good. Kudos.
Yeah, the ones that
my
were
number 3.
actually dipped in chocolate were good.
Yes,
They
were
started
the
making
best.
undipped ones and they weren't as good.
Not as good.
I'll stick in that. So I didn't pick Kudos. I actually picked Toaster Strudels. Toaster Strudels came out in 1986. Toaster Strudels were awesome.
They were awesome.
The only
But
thing I'll
this
say,
is what I'll say. The middle would never get hot.
never could get it quite right.
What we should have done is nuked them
Nuked them
first.
first, and then
then-
crisped them.
But
What I do sometimes with stuff now, or
Exactly.
nowadays I probably air fry it.
but they were good.
So
Like the
good that
little
they didn't give you enough.
drizzle.
They didn't give you enough
No.
of that drizz though.
No.
There wasn't enough drizz for the strudels. Do they
But
still
they were
exist?
so
Don't they?
good.
Toaster strudel? Are they gone now?
Probably. I don't know. I
I
think,
think
they
they might
probably
have gone
still
away.
exist.
I think
Really?
recently.
Jesus.
Toaster
All the
strudel.
goods. All the goods.
No, they still exist. They still exist.
Okay.
I'm gonna get some.
Okay.
I'm gonna get some, Tara. But I the thing was there was the Toaster Strudel commercial where the kid would get to go, like the commercials were always the kid, their mom would give him a Pop-Tart and then they
without the
but it never had
frosting.
frosting
Yeah.
and shit on it. So it was like,
So it's
this
like,
isn't
yeah,
fair because I
duh.
love Pop-Tart. Because Pop-Tarts were awesome too.
Yes.
But Toaster Strudels were good as fudge.
Yeah. But I think as a kid, I thought that toaster strudels were better than Pop-Tarts. But now I think I'd rather do a Pop-Tart. I love Pop-Tarts.
I do love a Pop-Tart. If I could get a Toaster Strudel, made sure it was going to be hot in the middle and I had enough creamy drizz on it,
Mm-hmm.
I'd want one. I want one now. I do want
Yeah.
one now. What's your number 2,
You should
1986?
You should check and see if they're on GoPuff.
They are, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to look. Go ahead and go do
My
your thing while I
number
look.
2 is Jeep Wranglers.
Jeep
freaking-
Wranglers.
I love Jeep Wranglers. I wish
What?
I've always
Can I tell you
wanted-
something? Never would have put this on my guest list.
Oh, stumped you. I've always wanted a Jeep Wrangler forever, and I still do want one. I love them. They're so cool looking. And you just look like Cher had one in Clueless. So I think that's the first time I saw one and really loved one. And I wanted a yellow one, but I never got one. Instead, I got a Mazda Protege. But I loved
Yeah.
them.
Toaster
Toaster Street. Ooh,
strudels. Yeah, I like Jeeps. I think they're cool enough.
they are cool. Like people
They-
talk about how they're like a little bit like shaky
Oh yeah,
because they're for
I wouldn't
off-roading.
care. That'd be fun.
No, they're
They don't-
cool. I
oh.
like what?
They got them.
I knew it. I
They
knew
got
they'd
'em.
have them. I knew it.
$5.
It's a
I
steal.
might have to order some. They only have one. They just have the strawberry ones, which is probably the kind I always got actually.
Probably.
Jeep Wrangler, awesome.
Loved
My
'em.
number 2. No, I don't have because I've been kind of matching you thing for thing, but I don't have
Yeah.
a car I picked.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna pick. Mine's gonna be like man, this is hard. I'm gonna go with Bo Jackson.
Oh,
Bo Jackson was drafted in the NFL in 1986. Bo Jackson drafted in the NFL in 1986,
I like
and
that
he was
one.
the coolest. Bo Jackson was, like, I
was.
wasn't old enough to remember when he got drafted, but I remember the slight like I was pretty young when he was out of the NFL basically
Mm-hmm.
because of his injury. But Bo Jackson,
Bo knows.
it lived on. Bo knows. You got Bo knows out of that. You got the Bo Jackson on Tecmo Bowl. He was so good in Tecmo Bowl for Nintendo. It was awesome. Loved Bo Jackson. He was a legend in the
I
moment.
like that one.
It was like one of those guys that was a legend as it was happening.
Yeah.
That's fun. It's rare that you get a guy that's a legend while it's happening. I think that's a big difference between like MJ and LeBron. This isn't even an argument of whether one's better than the other, GOAT wise. People like LeBron, and he's great, and he's definitely in the mix. But I feel like while MJ was happening, it was almost like it was almost felt like a legend in the moment sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like it was the legend of MJ at in the moment.
Sure.
Tom Brady is almost kind of that way too, where it's like while it was happening, like that's Tom Brady. Of course, this is going to happen. You know, where I almost feel like with LeBron, people are rooting against him a lot, and they almost make fun of him. Where that wasn't really with MJ. It was kind of like this. We got to see it. It's MJ. He was MJ. He was everywhere. Bo Jackson, MJ. I think maybe that was easier to do in the '90s, just because there was less
Right.
and
it's like
superstars
then-
out there.
And then LeBron was just being compared instantly to Jordan.
So
it was like he really couldn't like. It was always.
But the thing is, LeBron's legendary stuff came a lot later in his career. Like he was always super skilled, but even when MJ was young and breaking the league, he was doing dunk contests and like building his legend that way and hitting big shots in college, and then he was everywhere in every commercial. So he was like basically a legend in the moment, which is kind of crazy.
Right, and he changed everything really.
Yeah,
I mean,
and Bo was that way too.
yeah, Bo knows.
I'm trying to think of anyone else that was kind of that in that vein. Barry Sanders also was kind of like a legend in the people were like,
Yeah,
while he was doing it, it was like legendary.
I feel like Emmett was too.
Not really. He was
But
great. He was great, but he wasn't like there wasn't like a legend like when people were like, oh, Barry, there was legend about Barry Sanders.
Well, especially
moment.
since he ended his career so.
No, I mean
early.
while he played, it was like he's like not human basically because the way he moved. Where and people didn't really feel Emmett is a great running back. It's him and Barry all time for me. He was just a great running back. Where Barry's was almost like that's not human. People didn't feel like it was human type of thing in the moment. It was like that guy's from a different planet sort of vibe. And Bo Jackson was that way too. It's almost kind of like right now that Caitlin Clark on Iowa's.
Oh.
She's like maybe the closest thing
Sure.
to that right now. Different. I just think of a lot of that '90s stuff was like that. Michael Johnson was a sprinter. Do you remember Michael Johnson?
Yeah.
It was like when it was happening, like this doesn't even seem real.
Right.
And that's kind of the way that Caitlin Clark stuff was feeling last year until she got beat in the finals. Whereas almost like, damn, she just can't miss. Steph might be closer to that now than LeBron, where it feels like he's legend, like he's like
He did
almost
it different.
It just feels like it's like, man, this is because when it happens, it almost feels spectacular. Where LeBron just kind of consistently great. Where when Steph, when he turns it on, it's like, oh, this is wild.
Yeah.
Dame time does the same thing sometimes.
He does.
What's your number one? 1986.
Did you give your number 2?
Yeah, I just
yeah,
said it
Bo
was
Jackson.
Bo Jackson.
My number 1
God, I'm leaving some kick-ass shit off this
My
list.
number 1 is the movie Stand By Me. It's maybe one of my most favoriteest movies of all time.
I almost picked Stand By Me as my number 2.
So good.
Instead of it didn't make the list instead.
Oh, wow.
You know how that goes for us.
Yeah, I do.
No, I think Stand By Me is one of my top 5 movies of all time.
Yeah. So good.
But it means less to me than what I'm going to pick. But go ahead. Talk Stand By Me.
It's one of those movies that is so rewatchable. It's just about friendship. It's so fucking good.
It is
like
good.
Everything about it. It's just, I love it. I want to watch it right now. River Phoenix was amazing.
I feel like it's one of those things that you watch it and you go, man, where you almost pretend like your group of friends is like close.
Exactly.
And we were.
Right.
Because even he goes, like, at the end of the movie, they're like, we didn't really see each other after that.
Right.
Went on with our lives. But
I went on to the college courses. And
but you go into that, there's that point of life. And I think of my, like, best friends, there's a point where there's, like, 4 or 5 of us that were, like, it was untouchable.
mm-hmm.
Like, there was the best friends you're ever going to have in your whole life. And they may never be your friends that way again. But that moment, it's hard to beat. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
I just said you might not see him as much. And
no, before that, I cut you off just because
I don't know.
I'm a dick.
But it's so good. I think about how there's just so many different stories in it too. Like the part where he's telling the story and they're like showing it with lard ass and just like, and then just how scary it is though too. Like they go through some scary stuff, and I mean they're just little kids and they're dealing with a lot, and I love it.
Oh yeah. Love Stand By Me.
And you have Richard Dreyfuss doing the voiceover, and that's great.
Yeah, he does great voiceover.
It's so good.
You got Kiefer playing a villain.
Yep.
And that's really fun. And the 4 kids are so good.
So good.
In it.
I love it because Jerry O'Connell will sometimes be on like Part of My Take and stuff, and he'll talk about how he was like the fat kid and he was like barely even like
that fat.
No,
I mean, he was
like,
chubby.
He's chubby compared to the other ones, but like he really is.
Even when you watch it, Tara, and you see lard ass, it's like he's big, but nowadays,
yeah, I know.
He
wouldn't even be on the TLC show. He wouldn't qualify for my.
He wouldn't be any
600-pound life.
No one would even like. I'm probably bigger than lard ass.
Lard ass. Mm-hmm.
Tara's not questioning. She went, You are bigger than lard ass. You are, you fat fuck.
Drew, you're not bigger than lard ass.
No, I am.
No.
Look at lard ass sometime.
No.
He ain't that big. He ain't that big. Watch that scene. They stuff him a little bit. He ain't that big of a guy.
Well, they definitely are stuffing him.
They stuffed him a little bit. He ain't that big of a dude.
No.
Speaking of eating contests. Speaking of eating contests, Waffle Watch. Watch. I am in the waffle playoffs. I need to win one of my next 2 games to not have to eat waffles. I did the math, Tara. It's going to cost me more to drive down to the Waffle House and eat the amount of waffles I'll probably have to eat than it was to get in the league.
Oh, Jesus.
Because 3 hours away, and then even if I eat like, I don't even know, even if I eat, they're like $5 a piece, these waffles. So
Jesus.
Yeah, so I could sit there and eat barely any, but I have to sit there for hours upon hours. I got to win. I got to win one of these 2 weeks.
Yes.
Come on. My team is like not even bad. I have Deebo Samuel and Josh Allen and Puka Nacua. These are good players.
Well, Josh Allen is playing against the Cowboys next week, so I'm a little nervous for that.
Yeah, I'm not going to bench him, though. That'll be my downfall. I got to win 2 weeks. I don't have to. If I don't win next week, I could win the week after. But I'm going to win next week. I don't want to.
Yes.
I don't want to stretch it.
I'm
out.
sending you all the good vibes.
So Waffle Watch, guys. I'm on Waffle Watch. Number 1 for me, 1986. It is both. It is Top Gun and the song Danger Zone. all-encompassing Top Gun. Still, from all of these things here, it stood the test of time the best.
Yeah.
Because it came back last year and it became a monster again. So Top Gun.
I said I have Top Gun on mine, but then I put Drew in parentheses when we started keeping track. I thought you were going to say Top Gun.
So Top Gun
It's
and
so good.
the song Danger Zone is awesome.
Yes, amazing. Danger Zone.
Nailed it.
could be. This is kind of like a pilot.
You look like a shitty pilot. You look like a pilot, like a sexy pilot. I'm a sexy pilot. Slippery from wet, I am.
Slippery from wet.
Oh yeah, that's what someone who's slippery from wet wears.
Yeah. It's like an oil slick.
It's wild.
Oh. I think it has like
Ripped.
a little.
It was $16. You're never gonna wear it
$16.
again anyway.
I didn't think I was gonna wear it
You're
again.
never gonna wear it again anyway.
After yesterday, and I am. So you
Here
never
you
know.
are, squeezed into that bad boy.
I'm not squeezed into it. It fits perfectly. It's not squeezed in.
Squeezed.
No, there's so much room. Look at that.
What do you got for honorable mentions?
I have American Girl dolls. Freaking loved them.
American Girl dolls. I saw that.
Wave Runners.
Oh wow.
Super fun.
Love a good wave runner.
I had your name next to it. I thought you would say it.
No, I didn't find it. I'm having a bad time finding good sites.
Go to freaking Wikipedia.
I do, and then it comes up to nothing.
You're
Keep
not
going.
looking the right way.
You're not looking the right way.
Yes, I am, because I'm finding all the good ones. Short Circuit, the movie.
Yeah, we weren't really into Short Circuit 1.
No,
we were
we
into Short
were.
Circuit 2. We were into 2.
Oh, okay.
We were into 2, Tara. Otherwise, it would have been on my fucking list.
Yeah. And
Because
then
we went, one's not as good. It's like
might
a
not
war.
know it.
2 is so much more fun.
Yeah.
Doesn't have our favorite scene where he's like he was a Hispanic gangbanger.
yeah, so weird.
So wild.
And then my last one is the movie Hoosiers.
Hoosiers was 86.
86.
How'd I miss that? It didn't come up on my list when I was looking at movies from 86.
Mhm.
You missed some good stuff, Tara.
What else did I miss?
Well, first of all, Jack Link's beef jerky started in 1986. Hell yeah. Beef jerky fucking rules, and Jack Link's is
does.
king.
Okay.
Jack Link's is king, baby. Love Jack Link's. The video game Rampage. Great video game. Do you remember Rampage, Tara? Where you
No.
climb up buildings and punch them, and you're a giant lizard and like a giant monkey.
Mm-mm.
Very good game. The song Kiss from Prince. Kiss.
Kiss.
I did have Slippery When Wet, Toaster Strudel. The show Double Dare debuted in 1986.
Oh,
Double Dare
boy.
was sick. Slippery from Wet all over the place there, baby.
So much
That was the
slippery
most
from wet.
slippery from wet show that ever
Ugh.
existed.
That is one of, I would say, doing like the physical challenges there. I wanted to do so bad.
I don't ever understand why a kid even answered a question.
Right?
Dumb.
It's like physical challenge.
Dare, double dare. Physical challenge,
challenge.
please.
Yes.
Fuck your. I never even wanted to know the answer.
No, I'm like, let's do.
They should have just got rid of that part, and it was just
It's like get all up
they
in
just
that
took turns.
giant nose and pull out the flag.
Hell yeah.
I loved it.
Double
So
dare.
fun.
The only other thing I had that wasn't mentioned is 1986's very life-shaping movie Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck.
The movie, the only VHS we owned at one point, basically. The amount of times we
it
watched.
so
That was
much,
the other
and
thing.
it's
I looked
such
at
a fucked up movie.
the way these movies from this era shaped us because it's all we had. There wasn't a billion choices. So movies like Howard the Duck shaped us because we saw them so many times because it's all we had. There wasn't other options. Labyrinth was also
Oh yeah,
1986.
Labyrinth was.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off, we weren't really big on when we were
No,
kids. But I do
it's
like it as a
fine.
movie.
Yeah.
But like Stand By Me, I liked a lot. I can't think of. There was a couple other ones I saw.
Was it Pretty
Aliens
in-
is a great one.
16 Candles or Pretty in Pink? I don't remember which
I think
one.
Pretty in Pink, I believe.
Yeah, because I love 16 Candles. Pretty in Pink, not as much.
Not as much. But yeah, it was a big year for movies. And again, all those movies I said, I've seen them. Even if I didn't like them that much, I've seen them a million times.
Yeah.
Just because you watch things more because there wasn't 80 things coming out that week.
Right.
So that was 1986. Tara, do you have any hard-hitting questions for me?
I got a couple, not too many.
Let's do one. Unless you have two great ones.
No, I don't.
Because it's like, we're at an hour 26 already.
Neither of them are that good.
Is there only two?
Yeah.
Do the first one. We'll see how we're doing.
It's International Mountain Day.
Hell yeah.
Do you have any interest in climbing a mountain?
Oh, I would climb a mountain. I like that sort of thing. Like, you mean like
Climbing,
like a hiking style or like actually rock climbing?
No, like hiking style. Like
yeah, I'd hike.
up.
I'd like to do that. Yeah, I'd be into that. Because like I like to go to like Devil's Lake and climb up the bluffs and stuff like that by the lake. I think that's great. I think that's fun. I'd try something that was a little harder and go a little longer.
I would hate it.
For sure. I'm into that.
I would never do it. Number
rank your mountain. Oh, rank your time zones. Wait, no.
Zone?
Mountain time?
Oh.
Mountain time, Central time, Pacific time, or Eastern Standard Time. Rank them. Rank them 1 to 4.
Okay.
Rank them 1 to 4.
I'm going to say Central Time.
Number 1.
Number 1 is Central Time.
I think it's Mountain, but
Number
I'm just
2.
saying, Mountain's good and underrated.
Number 2 is Mountain Time. No, number 2 is Eastern Time. Number 3 is
Things
Mountain.
Are too late. Things start too
Number
late.
4 is Pacific.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I think Mountain's the way to go. Nothing starts too early. Nothing starts too late. It's all like right. Like think about it. Like football starts at 11 on Sundays instead. Starts at 11 and you're done by...
11's too early because like
no, it's perfect.
No.
Sometimes I'm sitting there from like 11 to 12. I'm like, these games are ever gonna fucking start.
No,
college football starts at 11. I love it.
I don't love it. I like a noon
Crazy.
start.
You're wild. That's wildly wrong. How about starting at 1? That's way too late Eastern.
Well, yeah, but I'd rather
Eastern.
start at 1 than 11.
10's too early.
10's way too early.
I mean, listen, it's Central and Mountain are the only two worth living in. Because you got to base it on TV and stuff. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's only based on when things are on TV. Because that's the only time it really comes into play. Because you can just otherwise live your life within that time zone. The only time zones really matter is things like that. So,
yeah,
I'd say,
I will. Maybe you're right. I'll switch it. I'll say Mountain is my second, Eastern, and then Pacific.
and then things get done a little bit earlier too, Mountain Time.
Yeah.
But again, you're not starting too early. I think it's Mountain, Central, Pacific, Eastern for me. I like the idea of being done with football. Think about it. Last night, the game ended at like 10:15 or something, I think. It would have been done at 8:15 and you got the rest of your night to just do whatever you want. That sounds great. But I'd like that better than being done at 11:15.
Yeah.
And starting at 1 and trying to figure out your morning. Like,
but
you probably can get roped.
You
get roped into more morning bullshit too.
But everyone, like, so if you have friends, if you're on Pacific time, it's really hard to like get in contact with anyone in other.
Yeah, that's why it's third. And also, this is you assuming you live in a different time zone than everyone you care about.
I would. If I lived.
No, everyone. You just everything. Your life is just changing your different time zone.
No, it's talking about
yes,
right
that's
now.
No.
Yeah.
That's not how. That's not how it works. No. I'm telling you, no. That's not how that's not it. That's not what I'm telling you.
Okay.
Your whole life just moves to a different time zone. Everything about it.
Mountain bike, mountain lion, Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew, mountain bike, mountain lion. That you want an order, or do you want me to fucking marry and kill him?
No, I wanted you to order them.
Oh, I'll fuck a mountain lion because not probably fuck Mountain Dew. I'd marry a mountain bike and I'd kill a mountain lion because it'd be cool. Because I'd be a badass. Is that it?
That's it.
Do you have any nice? Do you have any what are they called? Grievances?
My grievance is that I can't drink anything with lime in it anymore because I'm an old ass and I get heartburn. And I hate it. I drank some drinks with lime in it yesterday and I woke up with just like the burniest throat in my life.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Crazy. I didn't know that it was your issue. The only time I really get heartburn, you want to know when I get it? Because I do get it. but it's only when I do one thing, and it's pizza. Pizza.
Oh, pizza doesn't
So
bug
something in
me. Pizza
Think
doesn't
it's the
bug me.
pepperoni, or do you think it's the pasta sauce?
I think it's the pasta sauce. It's pizza
Yeah.
sauce. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Well, I meant to say pasta too. Like pasta,
Like
not
a
just pizza.
marinara?
Pizza and pasta both give me.
It's
a little,
probably
yeah.
the tomato.
Must be the tomato, right?
Yeah.
But why nothing else? Nothing else does that to me. But pizza does it all. Especially if I eat a deep dish. Boom! I'm fucking sizzle chesting all day.
Oh wow, sizzle chest. I like that. That's what I'm gonna start calling it.
I got sizzle
the old
chest.
Sizzle chest.
I got sizzle chest over here. That's interesting. That Shohei Ohtani thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just pulled it up to pull up our emails. What else were we just talking about there?
Sizzle chested.
Oh, it was making me think. You made me think of something, but I don't remember what it was.
Heartburn. Limes.
Limes. No. Let me do these emails though. Oh, we should watch a movie, Tara. Let's watch that movie.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're gonna do it at holidays. We're gonna do
Together.
it at the
Oh
holidays.
yeah.
We're gonna do it together. But we should watch something. We should watch something because we need something for next week.
Okay.
Because then we talk about sports too long, and I like to shorten that up. When we got to fit more in, we talk about things shorter amounts of time. But I can't think of any movies I've been wanting you to see. Is there a new movie we should see?
I know nothing about any new movies.
Nothing about new movies. I don't know what you haven't seen in my life anymore. I'm like, I can't even figure it out. So I guess we don't have a movie for next week. Find something to watch. Watch something. Have fun. I know I would tell you to watch The Curse, but there's no way you could watch even a second of that show. The Nathan Fielder show, you'd be like 2 seconds in and be like, I can't.
Oh god.
It'll make you so uncomfortable. It's so good.
The clenched butthole.
We have an email and we have a direct message. Hey guys, if you want to reach out to us at MELLONfights, it's at MELLONfights@gmail.com. That's MELLON fights@gmail.com. Send us an email. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. I guess we don't really get back to you, but I'll read it.
Yeah.
I'll read it. At this point in our lives, we can read every single one of them. So
Yeah.
I will read it. Otherwise, you can follow us on Instagram and apparently direct message us there.
Mhm.
Juan has responded to us.
Ooh.
What did Juan have to say? Juan said, where you at, Juan? There you are, Juan. Said, I'm glad that I got to hear y'all again. Weirdly enough, we just watched Karate Kid last week. I will share your... Oddly enough, I mean, you know why you watched it, because we told you to. We made you think about it. Said, I will share
Earwormed
your
you.
takes. I earwormed you. I will share your takes with the kids. Full disclosure, my 7-year-old boy is already pushing me to let him watch Cobra Kai. Yeah, it's a little... He's probably a little young for that. Not really, though. I mean, you saw the movie, and the movie's just as ridiculous. But really something... Terry, you got to see Cobra Kai. I think you should watch it. I think you'd enjoy it, actually. The first season's kind of fun. Thanks, Juan. Yeah. Karate Kid 2 came out in 1986, by the way. Karate Kid 2 came out in 1986. I don't know that I've ever seen it, Tara, now that I think about it. I don't think I've ever seen Karate Kid 2.
I haven't.
So maybe we should both pick a movie from 1987 that we like and love. That's what we're going to do this week, Tara. We're still going to do the 87 list, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do the 87 list. But also, we're both going to pick a movie from 87 that we like and watch it and give it a little break. We're not going to watch the same. We don't have to watch the same one. If we pick the same one, that'll be funny.
Yeah.
Pick something from 87 and watch it and like maybe have a fun take on it.
A movie we've never seen?
No, a movie we've seen from 87 or never seen. Your choice. Pick something from 87.
Okay.
Either something you have seen, haven't seen. Fresh take on something. That's what I want for 87 and the list for 87. And we have one email from Miranda's back. Welcome back, Melons. I forgot. Follow us at MELLONfights on TikTok, or you can follow us on Andyland Entertainment on Instagram. That's what I was going to say. That's where Juan has been sending us direct messages. I will read those if you would like me to, people. I guess if you don't want me to read it, say, don't read this. No, I'll know. I'll be able to tell if it's not one that's supposed to be read. Welcome back, Melons. I missed last week, so combining emails a little bit. Karate Kid. Hold on, I can't. I need to be able to see you.
I was just scratching my nose. I was picking my little nostril.
I know. I like to know what you're up to. Karate Kid. I don't really have anything to add to what you two talked about because I agree with everything. But I just have to say that I didn't know Daniel San was in My Cousin Vinny. I love that movie, and I have seen it a bunch and never noticed. Well, you never. Yeah, I didn't know how. Yeah, did she not? How did she not know that? Is it when I talked about it and mentioned it? Oh, weird. 1985 top 3: Sour Patch Kids. Great call, Tara. Number 2, The Breakfast Club. Nerd. Basic. Number 3, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, because I love Fleabag. Yeah, she's good in
I
Fleabag's
couldn't
great show.
believe that she was my age.
Did you think she was older or younger?
Older.
Oh, really? I thought she was younger, and then I was like, oh, she's actually our age.
Yeah.
1986 top 3. She also did top 3 for 86, and she did Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Knew it.
Basic again. And then she did the Chicago Bears. I know I wasn't alive, but I love that they won the Super Bowl. Because I thought they won the Super Bowl in 85.
I thought it was the 85 Bears.
Miranda. We're going to switch that for you there.
Is
Because
it?
it was 85. Yeah, it was 85. They're the 85 Bears.
Yeah.
But maybe did the Super Bowl in 86?
Oh, it probably was.
No, because the Super Bowl Shuffle was 85.
Oh.
No, that's the one. That was when it was. Okay. All right. For some reason, I thought it was 85 when it happened, but I was wrong. You nailed it, Miranda.
Mm-hmm.
And Amanda Bynes also made her list. Amanda Bynes makes her list as well at number 3.
She's good.
Apparently, Drew's obsessed with Anna Kendrick, and now I know. I'm not. I don't even think about her that often. But when I look at that list of people from 85, she's probably one I like. Now she knows she's all about Alexandra Dario, which I think she knows. I think she's cute too. Tara, Jess and I are reading The Woman in Me, the Britney Spears memoir, over the next few weeks, so I'll keep you updated on it.
Okay.
XOXO Miranda. XOXO Miranda. She always signs off with that. I don't usually read it, but XOXO Miranda. Hey, Tara.
Hey, Drew.
Stay dry.
Stay dry.
Have a Tuesday.
Have a Tuesday.
Slippery from wet. Oh, man. Should we get t-shirts made up that say slippery from wet, something to do with staying dry? Because we like stay dry, but slippery from wet.
Slippery
I don't
from
know.
It's
Figure
slippery
that out,
from
guys.
wet. Stay dry.
I wish we had people that have a lot of fans, like their fans will make cool stuff like that for
Yeah.
them that are better at that sort of thing, but we don't have that.
We don't have that yet.
So, ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Melon fights.